Happening now, a baseball, a bat, and a team you will never forget. We'll tell you why the final score was secondary to this year's Jamestown Jammers accomplishments. A manhunt is underway for a suspected killer in Erie, Pennsylvania, and a man who devoted his life to civil rights addressed hundreds at the Chautauqua Institution. That's News Now for Wednesday, August 9th, 2017.
Live and on demand from the Chautauqua Audio Works Studios, where interest-free financing is just a phone call away. This is Morning News Now.
And a big good morning to you. It is 69 degrees with sunny skies. I'm Justin Gould.
And I'm Kyle Heelis. If you were at Dietrich Park last night for the Jammers finale, you may have left with some optimism about baseball in Jamestown.
That's right, Kyle. Despite a Jammers loss to the Monahawk Valley in a perfect game championship, a near sellout crowd brought plenty of energy. In fact, we spoke to several of them and we heard some great things. This year's squad won 38 games while earning a playoff spot for the second straight year. Following the game, many players stuck around to sign autographs and mingle with their fans.
Team coverage of the Jammers title run continues. This morning we attempt to find the secret sauce of Jamestown's winning recipe. As Matt Hummel reports, winning for this team is a family affair.
The 2017 Jamestown Jammers season served more than just a baseball season. In fact, it served as an example of how a father and son's relationship was resilient. Whether it be an 11-1 loss or a 5-2 victory, Ned Barone would always appreciate his son, Anthony, the manager of the Jammers.
For me to see my son grow into such a fine young man, a great coach, I couldn't be happier. And, you know, to hear my son talk about me having an influence on him, it means everything to me.
Now that Ned Barone is a grandfather, he can sit back and admire the man that his son Anthony has become.
I have so many parents that come up to me and they tell me, you know, we just love your son. He's such a good person. He's a good man. He's a great coach, and he cares about these kids.
Just like Ned and Anthony's relationship off the field, Anthony's relationship with his team was one of growth and perseverance.
My dad got me involved in baseball when I was 4 years old. Grew up a big Detroit Tigers fan, and grew up in that area, Detroit, Toledo, and ever since then I just loved baseball, and I think I'm really good at it. I think that's what I'm good at, is baseball, and you know, and just trying to be a role model for the youth, for my players, for my kids. I just try to, you know, I try to live my life, you know, that way, and just really, you know, can't be thankful enough about my dad and get me involved with the sport. And you know, it's a tough time now, but you know, I'm going to look back on a good season.
For WNY News Now, you're out at Hummel.
Next for the 2017 Jammers, Barone tells us many of his guys will trade their bats for books as they head back to their respective college campuses.
In other news this morning, federal agents are trying to hunt down a suspected killer from Erie, Pennsylvania. Police say the man pictured on your screen, 29-year-old David Dalton, also known as Tone, stands 6 feet 4 inches tall and weighs around 220 pounds. A cash reward is being offered for information leading to Dalton's arrest. Straight ahead on Morning News Now, an Erie County caregiver reportedly loses it while caring for a sick woman. But first, here's a look at your Skyline weather forecast. Sunny to partly cloudy skies today. We top out with a high near 78 degrees and a little wind, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, a few clouds will be pleasant. We drop down to a low near 55 with light winds. Looking towards Thursday, sunshine in the morning, followed by cloudy skies throughout the afternoon. We can't rule out a stray thunderstorm, but it should be a nice day with topping out near 81 degrees. Finally, to our Friday, partly to mostly cloudy skies with scattered showers and thunderstorms developing in the afternoon. We top out near 77 degrees. Saturday and Sunday, we have a chance for storms, but nothing that is a planned killer, with highs ranging in the mid-70s. From the Skyline Weather Center, I'm Justin Gould. Morning News Now continues next. Jamestown's newest vape shop is Cloud City, located at 121 East 2nd Street and open 11 to 7 Monday through Saturday. This cool, fresh environment is a great place to hang with friends and vape. Cloud City's expert staff is here to help. Try their in-house flavor, Cloud City, a delicious marshmallow combination, or their flavor of the day for just $3. Whether you're a first-time vapor or an expert puffer, visit Cloud City today. Erie County PA police say a woman confined to a wheelchair was brutally attacked by her caregiver. 26-year-old Quishana Manis appeared in court Tuesday for her arraignment on charges of strangulation and assault. Police say back in mid-July, the wheelchair-bound woman was tortured by Manis, who allegedly used a cord to choke her out. The suspect is in jail without bail.
And an update on a story we brought you here yesterday. Police discovered 40 grams of meth, Suboxone, drug paraphernalia, and cash in a Broadhead Avenue raid Monday. In custody, 35-year-old Tracy Wynn. Police say the raid was prompted after calls from concerned citizens.
Chautauqua County says they're working to strengthen its response to suicide. Recently, 2 agencies joined forces to host intervention trainings at Jamestown Community College. The Community Alliance for Suicide Prevention and Suicide Prevention Center of New York say almost 30 people received the training. The 2-day course was intended to give people a broader base for community resources that could potentially save a life. If you are concerned that someone you know is in immediate danger, dial 911 or the county's crisis hotline, which you see there on the screen.
Located in the St. Elmo building in Chautauqua Institution, La Familia Restaurant is more than a restaurant.
So people love the fact that we are committed to the farm-to-table aspect in our produce and focus on sustainability with our seafood too.
La Familia has signature dishes.
Sirloin filet over on the table. Next is our Aegean chicken and a cider brine pork chop.
La Familia even has a singing chef. La Familia, fine dining with a family atmosphere. Let them host your special event today. LaFamiliaCHQ.com.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
WNY News Now with Matt Hummel.
It's more than being on scene at first. It's more than getting a report out there first. It's about what angle we take. Where do we go? Our coverage is original. Our coverage is a different angle than anyone else can even imagine in this city. We have something that's unprecedented. We'll have an angle that nobody else can top.
WNY News Now with Matt Hummel.
It's more than being on scene at first. It's more than getting a report out there first. It's about what angle we take.
Welcome back. We're learning more about the 2017 Jamestown Jammers today thanks to a man affectionately known as Mr. Baseball. That's right, I'm talking about Russ Dietrich, who during last night's game told us he had never seen a crowd like the one that packed the park last night.
Excitement that's going on, as you mentioned, with the families are here and the people are having a great time. Had to park and walk some distance to get here tonight, so that's a good sign.
Dietrich said this team has won many fans because they have given back to the community.
Anthony's done a marvelous job with managing. He hasn't overmanaged. He's allowed them to play, He's got a lot of talent that he went around and scouted and picked up. So all of that has been wonderful. And the young men in the community have been excellent. They've made themselves available in the community for many, many events and at many, many places.
Located in the St. Elmo building in Chautauqua Institution, La Familia Restaurant is more than a restaurant.
So people love the fact that we are committed to the farm-to-table aspect in our produce and focus on sustainability with our seafood too.
La Familia has signature dishes.
Sirloin filet over on the table. Next is our Aegean chicken and a cider brine pork chop.
La Familia even has a singing chef. La Familia, fine dining with a family atmosphere. Let them host your special event today. LaFamiliaCHQ.com.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
Well, his last name evokes memories of the greatest civil rights leader of all time. On Tuesday, Shaun King spoke at the Chautauqua Institution.
You're here in Chautauqua, but there are so many pressing issues that are happening around the country and also here in Western New York. Police brutality, let's talk about that. It's real.
Yeah, well, you know, some people still don't believe it's real. And I think in some ways, in part because of social media and how people even digest their news, we can have alternate Americas where some of us live in one stream where we hear the stories, we see them, or we've even experienced it ourselves. And so police brutality, for some of us, is not a new story, but is a real present reality. But there are other sectors of America where people are still debating over whether or not it even happens. And so even in spite of all of this media coverage, there are huge swaths of Americans who see that and literally think that's fake news, it's not real. This man, this woman, this child must have done something to deserve it. And so a huge part of what I try to do is still unpack these stories of injustice so people see sometimes it's just everyday people who deserved no physical contact whatsoever, who end up experiencing horrendous brutality that not only affects them physically, but affects them emotionally. And police brutality is a painful thing. And so
how do we change the culture? How do we change that perception for some that believe it's not real, the person deserved it? How do we change
Well, some of it is just telling real human stories. Like, it can't be just a tweet or a Facebook post, like even with what local media is able to do to tell the human side of what it's like to experience it, to humanize victims of any type of injustice goes.
And Kyle, that is powerful.
Very
to
powerful.
See. And we all know that it is out there. You know, racism is still alive in America, and a man like that, whether you agree with his politics or not, you know, whatever.
He still makes a good point.
He has good points. And that, you know, it's too bad we can't bring out the inner kindergartner in all of us.
That would be nice.
Be nice to your neighbor.
Take a nap on a towel in the middle of the day.
That's what we should do, actually. So, but it's and the institution itself tries to host those conversations and really show people different angles that you normally wouldn't see. Because
Right.
sometimes when you think of the institution, at least when I originally thought of it, I thought, oh, well, they're all living in a bubble, right?
Exactly.
Beautiful community on the lake. They have no worries in the world, and they don't. I mean, it's nice, but their bubble doesn't exist.
They try to help the community as well.
Yeah, they bring in speakers and educators and people of major, you know, and obviously we had the comedy festival kind of with them, but there's a lot of intellectual things that happen there that are really cool, and Definitely worth a look. So, with that, we return in just a moment. The Main Landing Restaurant. Excellent service, awesome food, and a beautiful view.
Everything's made fresh here. We love to be outside, and it's nice inside if it's raining, so we have a choice.
Locals and non-locals agree that the Main Landing is quickly becoming a destination.
It's just so casual, and just the food is amazing.
I love the hamburgers.
But I really like the tuna I had.
The Main Landing Restaurant. Excellent service, awesome food, and a beautiful view. And Kyle,
Poor Justin hurt himself.
I had a boo-boo. Okay, so I cut my thumb when I was cutting my nails. And you know what's really, I'm sure you can relate.
I'm sure everybody can relate.
When you're trying to, this is us, but when you're trying to scroll through Facebook, it's almost impossible.
You poor thing.
I know.
What? Can somebody come help us with Justin's finger?
Yeah, so now I gotta use my other thumb.
He's got a boo-boo.
I gotta use my other thumb. Hey, that's gonna do it for today. We're back tomorrow.
Make sure you join our social media revolution by following us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at WNY News Now. And for round-the-clock news, head to WNYNewsNow.com, where coverage comes first. Have a great day, everybody.